The millionaire was about to sign, until the black waitress leaned in and whispered, "Sir, your translator is lying." He had signed hundreds of contracts in his life, billion-dollar deals, luxury partnerships, agreements that shaped entire industries. But today, one signature could destroy everything. His pen hovered over the paper. The restaurant around him was calm. Soft music, crystal glasses, quiet smiles. Yet something felt wrong, like a storm hiding behind silk curtains. Across the table, the translator smiled warmly. "Just sign here, sir," he said smoothly. "The partners are waiting." Any delay could be seen as disrespect. His business partner nodded, relaxed. Everything looked perfect. But then, a voice interrupted. Low, careful, almost shaking. "Sir," he froze. "Before we continue, tell us where you're watching from, and what time is it there right now?" The waitress stood beside the table, holding a tray with trembling hands. Her eyes met his, and what he saw there wasn't greed. It wasn't drama. It was fear, real fear. "Please," she whispered. "He is not saying what the contract really says." Silence hit the table like a slap. The translator chuckled politely. "I think she is confused," he said quickly. "Just a simple misunderstanding." But the billionaire didn't move, because he knew that tone, that urgency, that kind of warning didn't come from nothing, came from experience. His fingers tightened around the pen. Trust had ruined him once before, and suddenly, the past came crawling back. Years ago, his father had sat at a similar table. Different city, different contract, same confident voices saying, "Sign quickly." His father had trusted the words. He had signed. And within months, their family business collapsed. Their home was taken. His father never recovered. And the billionaire had promised himself one thing: never again. He looked at the waitress again. Her lips were pressed tight, like she was trying not to cry. She was risking everything. Her job, her safety, her future, just to speak one sentence. That meant she wasn't guessing. She knew. He slowly placed the pen down. Then he turned to the translator. "Repeat the final clause," he said calmly. The translator didn't blink. "Of course," he replied. He began speaking quickly in the foreign language, his voice smooth like oil. But while he spoke, the waitress shook her head. Small, silent, but clear. "No, that's not what it says." A cold weight dropped into the billionaire's stomach. He pushed the contract slightly away. The air changed. His business partner shifted in his seat. "What's going on?" he asked. The translator forced a smile. "Nothing. She is overreacting." But the billionaire's eyes stayed sharp. "No," he said quietly. "Something is wrong." He leaned back, then said one sentence that made the translator stiffen. "I want the original copy." The table went still. The translator hesitated, just for a second. But that second was enough. The billionaire noticed. Slowly, the translator handed the document over. His confident smile was thinner now. The billionaire stared at the words. He couldn't understand them, not fully, but he could recognize one thing. This contract was longer than it should be, and certain phrases repeated. Control, authority, transfer. His chest tightened. He reached for his phone. "Put my assistant on speaker," he said. The translator's jaw clenched. "Sir, there's no need." "Yes," the billionaire interrupted. "There is." Minutes passed. Each one felt like an hour. The restaurant noise faded. All he could hear was his heartbeat. Finally, his assistant spoke. "Sir." Pause. "This contract does not create a partnership." The billionaire's eyes narrowed. "It transfers ownership." Another pause. "If you sign, you lose control of your company." The world went silent. His breath stopped. He had been seconds away from repeating history. His hand slammed the folder shut. The translator's face changed. "Sir, I can explain." "No," the billionaire said sharply. "Leave." The translator stuttered. "This is a misunderstanding." "Now." His voice carried the kind of authority built from betrayal. The translator stood. His chair scraped loudly. He walked away fast, not like a professional, like a man caught. The billionaire sat back, shaking, not from anger, from how close he came. Then, he looked at the waitress. She stood near the corner, hands clasped tightly, like she expected punishment, or being fired. He motioned gently. "Come here." She stepped forward slowly. "What is your name?" he asked. Her voice was barely audible. "My name is Amara." He nodded. "Amara." He paused. "Why did you do that?" Her eyes filled with tears. "I wasn't trying to interfere," she whispered. "But I heard him practicing earlier. He was laughing, saying how easy it was to fool rich men who didn't understand the language." The billionaire's stomach turned. She swallowed hard. "My father." She hesitated. "He lost everything that same way." The billionaire went still. "He signed papers he didn't understand." Her voice cracked. "We became nothing overnight." A heavy silence settled between them. Two different lives. Same wound. He stood up. And for the first time, the room saw something unusual. A billionaire looking at a waitress. With respect. Not pity. Respect. "You saved my company," he said. She shook her head quickly. "I didn't do it for money." "I know," he replied. "That's why it matters." His business partner spoke quietly. "We should cancel the deal immediately." The billionaire nodded. "It's already done." He turned back to Amara. "You said your family struggles?" She hesitated. "My mother is sick. I work double shifts." He stared at her for a moment, then said something she didn't expect. "Come work for me." Her eyes widened. "I what?" "Not as charity," he said firmly. "As trust. You have something rare. Integrity." Amara's hands trembled. Hope was dangerous for people like her. Hope had disappointed her too many times. "I don't know anything about business," she whispered. "You know truth," he replied. "That's more valuable than most executives I've met." His partner nodded. "We can train you." Amara's tears fell quietly. Not from weakness. From relief. From the first time life felt like it might turn. She nodded slowly. "I will work hard," she said. "I promise." "I believe you," the billionaire answered. Months passed. The company didn't collapse. It grew stronger. Built on caution. Built on honesty. Amara became a symbol inside the firm. The girl who spoke up. The girl who stopped a lie. Employees whispered her story like a lesson. Truth can come from anywhere. Even from someone carrying a tray. Her mother's health improved. Their home filled with peace again. And the billionaire, for the first time, felt like he had finally protected the legacy his father lost. One evening, he visited Amara's family. Not as a savior, but as a man grateful for a voice that refused to stay silent. They ate together. Simple food. Simple laughter. And in that quiet moment, he realized something. Redemption doesn't always arrive as success. Sometimes, it arrives as a waitress, whispering the truth before it's too late. If you want more stories like this, hit subscribe right now, because the next episode is already waiting for you.